Somebody
said anything I could do. Just let me out of this.
Oh my god!
Were you talking about the Stade owner Max Kazani? There's a story. Can you maybe comment that he enjoyed coming into the showers for a peek at the lads?
Good buddy.
Other weird things you witnessed him do?
Oh mate, it's just. I mean, so the backstory for Max is honestly he is one of the pioneers of the game, right? He basically took Stade from like the doldrums, and he's this gregarious gay guy that had made a boatload of money through a radio station called NRG, which is the biggest radio station in Europe. Sold it, made a load of money, and then he decided that he wanted to put the pink pound in rugby. So he created the Jeu de Stade calendar, which is the Gods of Stade calendar, where all this naked calendar, which is still to this day the highest selling calendar in the whole of France. So he just brought the pink pound into rugby. Played in pink, but had all the Galacticos and whatever else. So our first game, I'll never forget it. We were playing Stade de France. As I said, we played in front of 5 people at Kingston Park, and we played 80,000 at Stade de France. So played Perpignan in the centre of Paris. Massive fanfare. Like I never, Hask and I walk out of the tunnel. There's 40 women from Moulin Rouge, all lined up either side, and these huge like feather boas with their boobs out and
raised knees.
Yeah, and
Grace getting thrown around.
Grace knees, Grace knees, war wounds everywhere. Looking horrible, but. So walk out onto the field, and they've got like a wrestling ring in the middle. There's a big wrestling fight going on, and all these motorbikes jumping over the top of the ring. I was like, what is this? Light show at the end. So nuts, absolutely nuts. Anyway, we win the game, come into the change room. Max comes in, all the boys getting excited, doing the as he comes in. So I knew what that was entailing at that point, right? But obviously, Max, the boys are in the shower. He's sort of prancing around like, oh, salut les gars, comment ça va? Like, spending too long in there. Like, Max, stop cock watching for God's sake. Anyway, because he owned the radio station, he knew everyone in the world of entertainment, music, and whatever else. So this time against Perpignan, he brings in Madonna into our change room. So I'm like, Madonna, what? Like, as I said, like the best thing we've had in Newcastle is Jimmy Five Bellies walking or something like that. But so Madonna walks in our change room. I'm like, is that genuine Madonna? Like, what's happening? And all the boys get excited. So Parise, Pascal Pape, never forget, he starts prancing around, going, "Oh, like a virgin, woo!" Like running around, prancing to it. So they all get into back then in 2009, we still had the communal bath or whatever afterwards, which I hadn't seen for donkeys. I hadn't seen anywhere in my playing time, but at Stade they still had it. So they're all in the shower. Max coming in having a perv. So he brings Madonna in, and she's sort of laughing and prattling around and whatever else. And then all the boys, some of the boys are in the communal bath thing, and the lads start doing the at Max. So Max doesn't need a second invite. So he literally hoists off all his clothes, dives straight in with the lads, totally whammo. And Madonna's left standing there. And so Pape's like, woo, I can't remember. It was Ledesma, or I think it was Ledesma. Anyway, who it was? I can't remember. But picked her up. And she's like, no, wait. So she basically took her trousers and the top off, so she was in a bra and knickers. And she jumped into the communal bath. And I was in the shower, and I was thinking, I can't miss this opportunity. So I just ran, dove head first, and was sort of sitting, splashing around, going like, I'm in here with like 17 sausages and one kebab. That's Madonna, like unbelievable scenes. But yeah, so that was our first game against Perpignan.
12 years at Glasgow. What am I doing?
Exactly.
Ollie, just a quick one on some of your teammates, or one teammate in particular when you were in Stade Francais. You played with Mathieu Bastareaud. Ben Foden famously said he was an arrogant bastard. What was he like when you were there, especially off the pitch?
Well, I mean, that's a sort of fair reflection. I mean, one thing is he used to stink. That's all I remember. They used to call him Basta. In French, gros is fat. So it's in Bastareaud. They used to call him Bastareaud, like Fat Basta. And he was unbelievably talented player. But when we turned up, he'd just come back from the World Cup scandal. Oh, not World Cup scandal, but the New Zealand scandal, where he pretended that he'd been beaten up but he hadn't, or whatever, mugged or whatever. But he hadn't. He'd fallen through and hit his face on a table or something like that. It's too embarrassing to tell anyone. Or whatever he'd done. Like, I had a fight with one of the boys, didn't he? That was
big Thierry, apparently.
Yeah. Just a fight, yeah. Because that was the second installment. It was like, I didn't get mugged. I fell through a table, and then no, I didn't. I just got filled in by Thierry Dussault. Anyway, we were playing in. I think this is a story on about mine, but we were playing in the Heineken Cup quarter final against Toulouse. We were playing, and like doing all the final team run or whatever on the Friday before playing on the Saturday, and Basta's starting in the centre, and he's late coming out on the field. So he's when you just have one of those days where your head's not in the game, he's dropping everything. It's like, look, mate, we've got Heineken Cup quarter final the next day. So and his missus at the time was playing international netball for France. So the boys started getting stuck into him, like, come on, mate, can't catch a cold. Your missus is better than you. Like, should we go get her in? She's got better than you have. All that sort of stuff. Like, if this is going to be the criteria, that's what they were sort of giving him shit for. And it was actually quite amusing, like quite funny. And he just, honestly, to support Fodes' comment, he just spat his dummy, took off his bib, and just walked off the field, and refused to come back on. And like, it's just soft, mate. Awesome player, massive unit. Like, and when he wanted it, oh my God, he was indestructible, right? I mean, he's playing centre. He now plays 8, right? He's now 8 at Lyon or wherever it is. But he's just a phenomenal freak of nature. But in his head, just made it absolute tissue. I remember if we did any fitness and stuff like that, he just whatever it was, like make up the bleep test or whatever. He wouldn't even try. He'd get to like level 7. He'd go, nah. Like, the props were running past him, and they'd be like, "No, Basta, allez, on y va, ensemble." And he'd be like, "Nah, mate, nah." Like, just walk. And then they'd all be like, "Oh no, don't look after him, Basta. He's had a tough time." I'm like, "He's not had a tough time, mate. He was a piss dickhead. He got filled in by the skipper because he's being a knob. Like, it's not a tough time. If he'd been, beaten up and molested on a night out in New Zealand, like he suggested he was, then fair enough. But he's not. So why are we all being like, oh, like pussyfoot around him? But as I said, he was so destructive at times as well that he was one of those frustratingly annoying good players that could have been so much better.